I'm Shannon Eaton, and we're here at Blue Pepper Farm in Jay, New York, where along with my husband Tyler, we make sheep's milk yogurt here on the farm. Currently we're milking 36 ewes, and we have about 70 lambs, maybe 175 chickens for eggs, and 7 pigs, and 3 rams. So we make sheep's milk yogurt, and we also sell yarn that we have spun from our wool, mixed with some alpaca at the Battenkill fiber mill. We have all of our sheepskins tanned when we take our lambs to harvest at Vermont Natural Sheepskins, and so we sell those also. We sell lamb meat and also pork and eggs. We lived in Vermont for a while, and while we were there I worked on a sheep farm and just sort of fell in love with farming. I had come out of a corporate job, and for me, working with my body outside doing something really tangible was something that I loved. And Tyler has roots here in Jay, and so we knew we were moving back here, and we really wanted to try to see if we could make a life for ourselves here in the Adirondacks. And I went to work at Asgard Farm, where I worked with goats and on a dairy and sort of got that kind of experience. And then meanwhile, Tyler and I found this land that we managed to get to farm. We started out with just chickens at the time, and our goal was to raise sheep for meat at the time. And then it was sort of one of those lightning bolt moments of like, well, hey, we can blend this sheep experience with this dairy experience, and maybe we can do some kind of value added product and sort of make it work on we own 46 acres of land, and so in order to make it work we need to raise an animal where we can get a lot of value out of the animal. And so being able to milk the sheep and make yogurt and sell the meat and sell the yarn and make the sheepskins sort of makes it work for us here on the farm. Or, you know, we're trying and we're getting there, and we can sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel of all the spreadsheets and watching things kind of come to fruition. Yeah, the struggles are, it's just a lot of work and there's something that has to be done 7 days a week. You know, we're milking twice a day, 7 days a week. Making yogurt, labeling yogurt is another huge job, which sort of a little bit gets overlooked, I think, but takes a ton of time. So yeah, there's like a lot of work for the 3 of us to split up, and we don't get a ton of free time. We do try to have a day off on Fridays, though usually we end up getting a half day on Friday. Other challenges are just a lot of what we do is subject to the weather and things that are just out of our control. And so just kind of learning how to cope with it and get creative and trying to find workarounds, or yeah, we're always just trying to make sure we've looked at a problem from every possible angle and consider all of the possible consequences before we make a decision. So yeah, just being really thoughtful about things. I think my favorite thing to do every day is what we did before, is just watch the sheep run into a fresh pasture. That pasture was probably not the greatest example, but the pasture like the lambs are on right now is just really nice to see everybody fresh and clean with fresh water and happy and healthy, and it's really, that's the most rewarding thing for me. The more you can get a fun view. I think that we just kind of crossed a huge hurdle this past May outfitting a creamery on our farm. We had been renting space at Asgard for the last 3 seasons and making yogurt there, so we could kind of experiment without making the huge investment ourselves. And so designing and planning and building a creamery here and getting inspected just 6 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago, I'd say that was a huge hurdle. And now it's just trying to get our yogurt into as many hands as we can so we can just make more of it. So I think that's the goal for now, is just the marketing part and the sales and getting it out here and sort of like getting the word out.
Remy, sit. Remy. Dog. Remy. Remy. Sit. Sit. Okay.
We try to sort of respect the balance of our land and what it can handle and the number of animals that we can have so that we are making a net positive effect on the earth or this small piece of land that we steward. So we don't have too much sheep poop, for instance, for how much grass we are trying to fertilize with it. Everything is kind of in balance. We source certified organic feed, just trying to support the farmers that are out there, growing organically, even though we are not certified organic. We do everything we can to just be sort of as environmentally conscious as we can, down to packaging yogurt in glass. We order our grain in big totes that we can return, so we're not creating a lot of plastic waste there. When we milk, we have to use paper towels to wipe all of the sheep teats, and those go into the compost pile. So we just try to be really thoughtful about all those things.